I don't think they lackluster. I think they're trying to adjust to their new deals
and putting more content out there.
More content, more substantial content.
Yeah, because I think for me, like the regular episodes, I don't mean lackluster, but I mean like, damn, like where everything at? It's over here. You gotta pay for it now. So, but I don't know. You know what I mean? Hopefully, eventually, one day we get to a point where niggas giving us $1.99 for an episode. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't mad at it. I just feel like
just donations, man.
We gotta continue to put content.
As soon as we start going live, we could put the little cash out so people could send a little $5,
figure that shit out soon.
$3. We get that shit together, but for right now, we just gonna keep doing what we doing for the people, like Fred Hampton.
Yeah, we gonna get into that. Yeah, we gonna get into that. I watched that shit. Like
British people is power, man. I'm on my 5th watch. Cause you know that's my shit, bro. That's my nigga. Right? I got the heart of a panther, bro. I just seen what happened before me and studied. They knew to shut my fucking mouth. Yeah. It may sound pussy, right? But when you look at the time, not even getting into the movie, but when you look at the time of the late 60s and through the 70s, or the revolutionary, all the shit, you see all the people that was trying to do things, real things for us, that was speaking out, was murdered, bro. Murdered, bro. They even killed Bob Marley, bro. That ain't no funny shit. They really assassinated that man too. So
just like they did Mike.
Yeah.
Jackson.
So it's like
when you look at
when I'm born in '87 and I get to the realization of this, when I'm like 9 years old, I was young, bro. I had a former Panther in my school that was teaching me this shit. So when I'm 8, 9 years old and soaked all this up and able to watch the Panther movie that came out in '94 and they showed that shit in our school, I knew what was up. And I'm like, I always, you know, bro, I've always been the leader, bro. Besides when we in size order, and I'm in the back of I'm leading the back of the line. But I always was a leader. I've always been able to influence my peers. So it's like, I knew that with Martin, Malcolm, and all that. They did Malcolm on in the hood, right up the block from where I live. I seen them shoot that shit. So it was like, I want to do it, but you can't, son. Especially with our people the way they were when we growing up. They ain't trying to hear that shit, bro. Because them niggas have won already. But not to get too deep into it, bro, it just bugs me out with that shit, man.
Yeah, because then when you look at their age and shit, them dudes was wild young, bro.
They're babies, bro.
Yeah, and then
even Martin.
And then to do it like how y'all do it with all the trickery and sneaky shit, like that was
I think that's what infuriates me more, bro. The tactics that they use. It's just like you could look back at it in 2021. See, I get choked up now. You could look back at it in 2021 and be like, damn, they couldn't see that coming. You don't know, bro.
I mean, of course. You can't see it coming
because you know it's there, but you don't know where.
It's the same thing with us right now. Like, if you're not in certain areas, that you don't know what's going on.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
like what's going on in Haiti right now.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Like every time he said it in the Flash, what's his name? The Pops. Detective West, right? He goes in the second episode. He goes, "You think you're smart, but you don't know what you don't know." You know what I'm saying? And It's like when they got their Billionaires Boys Clubs and they chilling on Bohemian Grove and shit, we don't know what they talking about. What's their intentions?
And at that time, the shit that you just talking about, even Bohemian Grove, what people don't know. Shout out to Absol for putting me on. That's when them fucking country clubs and social clubs are thriving at its highest, bro.
Because they were moving on one thing.
They're not even being talked about at that time.
Whether regardless if it's evil or good, they moving on one wavelength. Like, this is what we really want to do. We want to destroy this.
Right. And they already got that.
Even if you got, fuck it, let's get into the movie. You know what I'm saying? It's a great... I'm going to start off with saying it's a great film. Shout out to Ryan Coogler. It's a great picture. The actors are great in it. The script is great.
The visuals, the way he shot it is amazing. It's just shit like that to me.
And Coulier, he's just a great actor, son. The dude that played for Hampton.
Yeah.
Black Panther and all that. And he said it just kept lining up for me to play this role from when I was young to now, and all the roles that I have already played. He's a great actor. I really am a big fan of Lakeith Stanfield. I love what he did in that movie, bro. How you nervous in every scene, but calm enough for nobody to notice that you a rat. You know what I'm saying? And you just like, oh shit, that's a dude. And he was in the staircase with the other dude. He was like, y'all, oh shit. Because if I was there, ooh, I was like, yo, it's wild.
It's a double-edged sword for me because I'm a real movie buff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so the acting is so great that you hate him.
I hate him.
Yo, this
I love Lakeith, bro. You know that, son. I was telling niggas about ATL. I'm like, son, why should I nigga ATL? Like, this nigga, everything he says is funny, bro. He's a character. Didn't get out and all this shit. I love Lakeith, bro, but that, bro, like I already hear people already saying Lakeith shouldn't have did that, and it's like, no, he should have did it because it's making you feel that way.
It was real. It happened.
I hate it. That happened. Bill O'Neill is a real fucking. Bro, this is what I be telling niggas. Don't tell me you love Nipsey, and you don't even know what he talking about when he say yo the spook by the door. I ain't even want to say. I put Scotty on yesterday. He ain't know spook at the door was about Bill O'Neill. I'm like, son, go read. Cause you one of them niggas that soak all this shit up. This shit, I was force fed, bro. So when Nipsey talking that talk on them tracks, I know what he talking about. You niggas don't even know what he talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because he was conflicted throughout the whole film.
That role made me look at Lakeith like I only see Bill. Like you gave Bill O'Neill, what is it? Not a face because we already know what he looked like.
You gave him his place in history because a lot of people ain't know.
So when they think of Bill O'Neill, people now are gonna think of Lakeith Sullivan.
Yeah, because he was him himself. He was conflicted throughout the whole shit.
You a nigga that's not. Because this is what I try to tell people, and they don't get it. You can't watch American Gangster, right? And then watch Judas and the Messiah, and not see where niggas was conflicted.
Yeah.
You can't have niggas making $1 million in a week if they don't have an operation where niggas is with selling drugs to their community, which is breaking their community instead of getting with the Panthers that's in every fucking major city in the 70s when Frank Lucas is reigning supreme. So you hurt in your city. But y'all praise that and take a look at that and don't realize there was other niggas who was trying to build the community and our people. You know what I'm saying? So that time, that's why I always say, if I could live in any time, it's not the 80s. It's the 70s, bro. It's the 70s. I would want to live in the 70s. It's a great time. There's money going on and it's movements going on. Yeah. And the gangs here is original.
And that's what he was conflicted about. I just want a way to get out of this shit. They gave me an opportunity.
The gangs,
and I'm not Chicago. Even, and I don't even. I'm still talking about the O'Neill character.
Yeah.
And I don't really know them like that. He wasn't
He wasn't part of the revolutionary shit. Bro.
He wasn't. He was trying to do his thing.
He's a criminal. Yeah, he was a petty criminal.
Yeah, he just trying to find his way. If you paying attention to the movie, because in the beginning he's impersonating an FBI agent and he's stealing cars from people. So that's how they get to know him as well. You know what I'm saying? So then, when the FBI agent comes to him, he's like, "Yo, you could do this amount of time for these shits right here, for these 2 crimes." Or you could be a snitch and get money and do this with this. So I think when they got to the point where Hampton when he got locked up the first time, and they shot up the headquarters, and everybody came to help rebuild, was when his when he really got conflicted, like,
and
oh
seeing
shit,
what it really was, because he was
damn,
still
we
listening
really are
to
helping
my
the
boy.
people, and I'm contributing to get him either locked up or killed.
Right.
So it's really difficult for me. Like, damn.
You ain't even thinking killed at that yet.
Yeah, you're not even thinking about that till the nigga invite you to his dinner, and you like,
You think he's trying to lock him up?
His house. Nah, I can't let you do that. And then
So what you do at that point? Because you got people that's like, he should have just took the 6 years. But at that point, he's trying to out him as a rat. What do you do?
Yeah, because now is another
people
level.
Look back at this story and judge it like most shit, and judge it like, this is what I would have did. This is what I say to you. If you know your history, you're not just going off of the movie. At that point, the FBI had already infiltrated the Panthers. That's why Huey is locked up. That's why Bobby Seale is on trial. That's why Eldridge Cleaver ran into Africa. Watch the movie from '94 if you don't want to read a book.
I mean, they put that in this movie.
Son, this is a continuance.
When he was showing them the pictures.
This is a continuance.
He was like, Cleaver is
Right. Huey is, where's Huey? Who is this? He got Huey on the wall, bro. Why? Because you watched the first Panthers. What Huey was doing?
He said jail makes them famous.
Who jumped out with the shotgun? Listen, pig. What's up with you? Click. We not playing over here. Not no more. So if you know your history, you know that the Panthers was already infiltrated. The problem was, like what J. bitch ass Hoover says in the beginning, they was trying to stop the Black Messiah. The Oakland Panthers was looked at as radicals. Fred Hampton. I always say Hampton. His voice moved people. It wasn't his actions that moved people.
Yeah.
That's a Messiah.
He was more Martin than Malcolm, but he was both.
He ain't telling gangs to stand to the side, we got it, like they was doing in Oakland. He said, we gonna come together.
Yeah.
What? Bro.
Power.
They already, bro, we gotta get somebody here.
Even when he went into the white church.
Yeah.
Like, I never thought we'd be in this ghetto.
Like he told RZA, who played the 5 part, my boy, yeah. Like he told Palmer, he said, yeah, but what if the overseer would have slit the master's neck? See, people don't know all of that. They don't know that the overseer, you don't know that the overseer of the slaves was also looked at as poor white trash. Because they wasn't rich slave owners. There was always a hierarchy.
Yeah, you working for us.
And as soon as that shit is over,
we give you as much power over them that we have.
And then as soon as that shit is over, and working in the fields is a job, to where you paying them, I don't need no overseer. What happens to them? They the poor white trash that we talking about. You know what I'm saying? So it hurts me because COINTELPRO won. And they put them on American Gangster on BET, and people still don't know who COINTELPRO is. They put them on American Gangster. Not just because of what they did to black people in our movements, but this shit started with the Public Enemies, with Pretty Boy Floyds and the John Dillages. And their game was already patent by the time the Civil Rights Movement, the NOI, the Black Panthers.
And even how they did politics in other countries and shit was like that.
Right.
They infiltrated gangs and made them fight
each other.
Kill each other.
Tribes and shit.
Yeah.
That's the CIA.
So, but this movie was great.
This movie was amazing.
I wasn't
shout
even
out
mad.
to Damo.
It's so great that I wasn't even mad that I'm mad that I couldn't see it at a theater.
Yeah, this would have been amazing.
It would have been hard in the theater, but I'm glad that I got to see it on my own accord. I didn't rush to see it. When I told you I was gonna watch, I didn't watch it. I watched it the next day. I was like, it drew me. I was like, all right, here we go. And from opening scene,
that's what I was gonna say. From the jump,
it kicks off. It's a good movie.
It doesn't wait to start. It starts immediately.
Yeah.
It starts
and
immediately.
The other chick.
That got locked up?
They got shot up. The one that was shooting the shotgun. And
she didn't get shot.
She got shot.
Nah. They beat her up. The dude got shot that was with her. She ain't get hit.
You sure she didn't get hit when they killed him? Mm-hmm. She got hit. She was in there.
She didn't get hit. He got hit and she ran out of bullets.
No, at the end when Hampton got hit.
No, she wasn't.
She was in there.
Mm-hmm. The other chick was in there, but nobody else.
The kid moms was in there.
Only people that died in that crib was Mark Clark.
Someone out like a jail. Ralph Chandler?
Nah, he didn't.
What? And he was in the train station and he killed the
cops.
Ralph
you said Ralph.
Oh,
no, you talking about Ralph Chandler? Yeah,
the light skinned dude. Y'all gonna shoot my man? Yeah. And you're not gonna let me visit him?
Yeah, my son was about to try to get away. He said
he tried to go to son and he was like, "Yo, what happened to my boy?" He was like, acting all scary and shit.
Nah, another bitch ass niggas, son.
Acting all scary. You gonna call the cops on him?
There's always been bitch ass niggas in our
existence. He had a
existence.
nice rifle. He took a couple of niggas.
A few of them. He was about to hop over the case.
The more you kill, the more satisfaction.
The more you kill, the more satisfaction. And that was dope too. I know some FBI agents with their tape recorders in here. I'm gonna give you exactly what you want.
Nah, I'm taking y'all out. Yes, the detective was right in there looking at O'Neal.
I seen you.
I was like, yo. But yeah, like, you should already like yeah, the ending doesn't surprise you. If you
don't know, a lot of people didn't know. And this is bugging me out, but it doesn't because I understand the dismantlement of the Black Panther Party. People have to understand that if J. Edgar Hoover doesn't take the stance that he does, Barack Obama isn't the first black president in the 20th century.
Yeah.
Oh no, we have a real black president in the 90s. You understand what I'm saying? We don't have Jesse Jackson trying to run for president. You might have Fred Hampton running for president. You understand what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying though? So they had to take the stance that they did because what the Panther Party, see, people are not attaching that last word, that party word. Yeah. Democrats, we have Republicans, and then you have Black Panthers.
Yeah, they was trying to be in
a political party. It ain't hard. All you need is the numbers, and they had it. And they had it. They were spanning all over the country to where you could have senators, congressmen, and imagine you just have the Capitol get rushed, right? You have 100 senators, right? Imagine if 40 of them was fucking Black Panthers. That's the type of shit that.
Their 1 and 2 lieutenants with them.
You definitely would have had 2 senators coming out of Atlanta. Right? You would have had 2 coming out of New York.
Chicago.
2 coming out of Chicago.
LA.
2 coming out of California.
And probably, that's probably good enough right there.
Might be more, bro.
Might be more.
What we thinking, PA? We not thinking of
Georgia?
PA? I said Georgia. You saying,
bro? Then the little states like that's
North Carolina.
Yeah,
with real black. That's the type of shit. Even to have 10 to be able to have 10 senators that are Black Panthers, Democrats and Republicans would be upset. They wouldn't have the black vote. We don't know what it will look like. That's just us saying that.
That's why he says what he says to the agent. He goes, "You talking about my 8-month-old daughter, bro? What are we talking about?"
But wasn't wrong. That's what hurts me, son. But he wasn't wrong.
If that's what hurts me, if that's what hurts you, that's what complexes me about us. We never think about the future, bro. We just think about right now. You gotta think, if you having kids, you gotta think about, oh shit, right now, ain't no kid gonna be a straight race anymore from now on. And you know that's a fact. Everybody in the future is gonna be our skin tone. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what from what we talk about to now, that's what led to that. Mm-hmm. You're not gonna tell me that I'm RZA with Ghostface and we at White's selling bud and this white bitch is bad and I ask Ghost, yo, you ever had that? I'm going to get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the evolution of shit. So, like you said, he wasn't wrong. He like, what you gonna do when your daughter in 17 years brings you a young black man that she thinks is good?
And you know what's crazy about that? A lot of white people watch that. I bet you watch that right now and didn't get why he was asking that. Look at the time. He was right and you didn't stop shit. You prolonged it. That's all you did. That's why from beginning, right? I sat in here when Obama won, right? I began to cry, right, Notch? And then I stopped instantly, right? And I said, no. Because I thought of everything, son. I thought of everything. I said, nah, something not right.
Like you said, they prolonged everything from day one, nigga.
So
it took to 2000, let's give it 18 for Jay to be a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? That just prolonged shit because of everything he had to go through his first 26 years of his life. Right,
even us.
And then
even us.
Yeah.
Even us.
All of us. We don't have let's say us per se. Mm-hmm. We don't have the capital or somebody to help us to make this production what we want it to be. So you got to get it from the mud, and it feels so much better like that.
Even think before that, right, Matt? Even think before that when we young. Who besides Dre was telling us some positive shit? Who? Everybody older than us was steering us the wrong fucking way. Son, I love them. Because I am who I am from what I embrace. But that wasn't the right school. That wasn't the right thing to do. You understand what I'm saying? I don't do that to the youngest now. I don't do that to niggas that's 25, 27 years old. You understand what I'm saying? So I look at that as imagine if these niggas are still alive. They will all still be alive if you allow them to die from natural deaths. We'd have grew up with Malcolm Martin and still, bro. Where would we be? Where would we be steered to if we had leaders?
Every generation after that, where would they have gone? Mm-hmm.
Even if you think in the 80s they bring the drugs in because they ain't gonna stop the government's mission. They bring the drugs in. You had them talking about it, but niggas is getting rich.
But at that time, you said,
rich and no more now. Listen, you might have Malcolm or Fresh like this, man.
That's what I'm
saying.
If
you're gonna be out there doing that, invest it the right way.
But probably by that time,
put this shit in the stock market.
But by that time, like you said, the Black Panther Party is a political party, so.
And nobody want to hear that shit. The NOIs handing out bean pies and the early morning shit. Everybody walking by them. Man, it's a whole different thing.
See, that goes.
It's all Fed related. This is why I say that. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think it's a bigger thing. I don't think it's us. Naturally, we've been so brainwashed to think that we can't help each other because we ain't shit.
The shit they took from us, right? Alright, the shit without this lighter, right? I think I got a lighter in my coat. Without this lighter, we can't smoke, right? Right?
Well.
Nah.
Yeah, because cavemen told us how to make fire.
You got wood? You got sticks right there? No, I'm talking about right now. We in this crib. If this lighter go out, we done, right?
Yeah.
So now this is a signal of our leaders. So you take that away, you can't do that. So it's like, all right, we took this. Now here. What you gonna do with that? Shit, we can't smoke. But then I'll probably get this off a little something. See what happens? Oh, matter of fact, let me chink it down. Let me chop it down. Paint a little plated gold on it.
Well, if you take away the leaders and replace it with rappers that's talking negative, then...
But they ain't replace it with rappers. They replace it with drug dealers first. You gotta remember, hip hop comes from us.
The government is like Drake. They follow the next wave.
I mean, late in our era, then they're using the
opioids and shit.
No, the music. I mean, in the '90s, the gangster music.
In the '90s was the gangster music. Then they switched it to like drug music and shit, and that's just what stripper music, then drug music. It's just always a negative tone to music, and then when you get a fiasco in this era, they gonna be like, oh.
And what moves us, bro?
Don't really, yeah.
What he said in the speech? What's the people beat? What's the people beat? Right? That's a rhythm that gets us going, right? We move to that. We move to the beat of the drum. So if the beat of the drum is chanting you to do drugs and join gangs, what the fuck you think the youngest gonna do? Yeah. You got grown niggas that wish that they had joined the gang back when they was young.
Because before that era on the drum, you had KRS-One and Rakim and EPMD. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah. Public Enemy. You gonna find certain that's why people get conflicted with people, because then you'll find somebody that's just 6 years older than us. Yeah. That's on a whole different level of thinking, because he didn't grow up listening to what we grew up listening to. He was really with KRS-One at 8 years old till 28.
Understandment.
Yeah, like,
it's a different from us hearing it and being like, words rhyme.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Even though we get a little taste of it with Hov, like he said, he sprinkles it in.
We're older though.
But his majority in the beginning was Money, Clothes, and Hoes. So we like, yo, we gotta get something or we gonna get
left behind. Nothing never happened. Now people, what I say, he lied to me. Yeah. He had me thinking that's how I was supposed to be living as a grown man when I was like
22 years old.
I was like, all right, right. You see what I mean? That's what niggas was doing.
But
Jackie Robinson married his wife. He was 21, 22 years old.
Yeah, that's what was happening.
They were grown. They were moving like, but they I feel like they kind of like made us immature or grow slower, in a sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but
they just pushed us back, bro. And niggas just accepted it, or if they didn't want to open their eyes to shit.
They put money in niggas' face. They put the powder in niggas' face. Niggas seen that money and the revolution. This was it. Yeah. Malcolm had mosque in home, right? I mean, niggas was always selling dope, right? But niggas was still coming through. You still thriving up there. You still coming to his speeches and shit, right? What happens when crack hits? Crack. Now, everybody, you don't need dope.
But we can stay on this forever. But that movie was crazy. It was
I'm on my 5th watch. I'm gonna watch that shit till they take it down, man. That ass, like every other day.
You listen to the soundtrack?